So let's get into significance of marriage. What we've come to. So like.
Sorry, I was trying to fix it.
What do you think? Now that we married, what I mean, we only did a month, but
but it's something.
What do you think is the significance?
The significance of marriage.
Yeah.
I had seen a TikTok about how God gives us worldly things to represent God's love for us. And so I really think marriage signifies his covenant for us. I mean, exactly all the way back to the Israelites. I mean, and he gives you a husband and he gives you a wife to show this is forever. This is your covenant. Just as I loved you, you're going to love them. And it's just something we can comprehend because I think they were saying we can't comprehend, like the level that we can think is very minimum. Yeah. Like we don't use our whole brain capacity. Yeah. So I think the Israelites, I'm not going to lie, I think they were a little on the dumber side.
but one thing I learned when I was reading the Bible, it was on some I am Israel.
What you mean?
They ain't do nothing different than what we do.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because we're I guess we're dumb too.
Even the disciples.
We are. I'm not gonna lie.
Even the disciples.
That's true.
Right after feeding the thousands, fishes and loaves.
That's true. They was doubting.
They go
God
right and doubt Jesus again. Fam, do you not remember?
For real.
So a lot of the things that we look at these people in the Bible and say, yo, they bugging, fam.
That's true.
Did God just not do that for y'all? Did he not get y'all out of Egypt? Y'all saying here tripping in the wilderness and he just got y'all out. Y'all just seen the Red Sea part. What y'all on?
That's what I'm saying. If I saw the Red Sea part and we got enemies behind us, like why do you not believe? But God does things in our life all the time.
It don't even be about the belief. I think it be your fear is taking over more than
that's true.
Your fear, your worry. You're more concerned about, we in the wilderness, we ain't eat, fam. When the food coming?
Right, but you forgot what he did for you just a couple days ago.
You're concerned about living in scarcity and not allowing God, not embracing the season that God has you in. Of I want to show you my provision.
That's true.
So when they was in the wilderness, he said, "Don't save no food."
Yeah, right.
They still went and saved food.
That they did, and it's spoiled.
Why? Because they didn't, but probably either fear or their lack of belief that God is going to provide again tomorrow.
That's what I really love about animals. Like animals just be chilling. Like I'm not worrying about what was that?
I don't know what that was.
Like animals don't be worried about what am I gonna eat. Well, for as far as we know.
Yeah.
Like they don't be worried about what we're gonna eat tomorrow. They just be living. They be chilling. But we be worrying about everything. Yeah. And we forget what God did for us. But what were we talking about?
The significance of marriage, but we basically it's the same. I had the same thing that it shows the picture of Christ's love for the church.
For real,
Christ is the groom, we are the bride.
Right.
But like you said, I think it's something that God allows us to participate in. I'm gonna let you see how it feels, kind of like to be me.
And remember last night you were even saying like we're not even perfect at that.
Yeah,
we're not even good at that.
Like God, like in marriage,
that's what divorce is.
The things that you have to do in marriage. God do it off the rip.
That's what I'm saying.
So I was telling Lydia, I was like, I feel like, like even God is showing you.
You can't be me.
If you had to be me, you couldn't be me.
Right.
Because look at you.
Yeah, failing.
Look at you being petty.
You're divorcing.
Look at you holding record.
What is it? I can't say the word.
Irreconcilable differences. That's what we see in our society today.
For real. Can't stand that word.
It's not about commitment. And that's another thing that we see in marriage. God, again, with God's covenant with Israel. Yeah. We see the commitment. We see the consistency, him showing up, him not tapping out. Yeah. So even us as believers, and I'm not coming for anybody who already is divorced. Yeah. You can't rewind the hands of time.
And you can't.
You give it to God, you repent, you move forward. Exactly. And it is what it is. Yeah. But we see him
your sins into the sea of forgetfulness.
Exactly. But we see him not tap out on Israel.
That's true. He really doesn't.
What do I look like going
to God? I would have been tapped out on them.
I would have hit the abort mission on humanity.
After they was in the wilderness, I would have said, all right, I gave y'all all these signs. And then all the signs they gave with when they freed the Israelites, like all those
the judges.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't think of it.
The judges.
Like all those things that God casted on the king. that wouldn't let them go?
Oh, you talking about Pharaoh? That wasn't Judges. That was the plagues.
Yeah, the plagues that they put on Pharaoh, like all that, like that's God. Like man didn't do that. It just didn't happen to him.
Exactly. So
but I feel like if you were Israelite, would you like? I mean, even though we don't really know what we would have done, but like, you think you would have been down?
We all think that
I know.
we would have handled it different than what we see in the Word.
That's true.
But one thing I learned, we are them.
That's true.
That's why.
But we don't see those signs right now, though.
Yeah, but
or do we?
I could even take it back to Adam and Eve. We all try to clown Adam and Eve. Look at y'all, it's so dumb. What God told you don't do, and you still go. Yeah. You Adam, you Eve too.
That's true. But God was literally talking to them.
They always say the man's weakest link is the woman.
That's true.
She's the one that's going to get him messed up.
Right. Do something.
And every time you see it, a lot of times, the woman is the one that's going to mess the man up.
That's true.
So,
but God was literally talking to them.
Yeah.
Like they could really hear his voice. Not
but
saying
don't you get curious?
What you mean?
A lot of us living in sin, even though we know we're not supposed to do it.
That's true. You just want to see.
It's this all. I want to just experience it.
You want to taste and see, right?
Yeah. You want to taste and you want to taste and see for real. What it's like on that side.
Mm-hmm. Is the grass greener on that side?
It's too hard being over here. Let me go over there. They having fun over there.
Right.
I'm sitting here over here trying to be celibate.
I know. Why do they get everything and I don't get anything?
Exactly.
I'm believing. I'm trusting. I got faith.
Exactly.
But they over there living their life. They got all the money. They got all everything.
Exactly. So a lot of the times it's like what happened in the garden, we deal with that too. Yeah. Exactly. We dealing with that too, and a lot of us fall.
For real.
We've all fallen. It's that simple. So when I read it, I don't look at it. When I first read it, I was like that because I was younger. I was like still reading it. But as I look at it, and I've lived with Christ long enough, I realize, dang, I am Adam.
That's true.
I am Israel.
That's true.
Because the stuff that they would do, I've been on that same time.
That's true.
Dante, did I not get you free from depression?
That's true.
Did not get you off that corn?
That's true.
Why are you doubting me?
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know, God.
Because it's not happening right now.
Because it's not happening when I want it.
Right. And it's a new problem.
Exactly.
I wanted to fix.
Exactly.
But in 5 years, you're going to look back at this moment and say, yo, God really pulled through.
Exactly. And it's going to be, I'm going to be testifying of his goodness yet again.
But that's the greatness of God. Like, he just continues to show, like, his love and his mercy for you.
And having that patience with us.
Honestly, his patience crazy.
So, yeah. I've heard it said, I don't even know who said it, but I heard someone say, when you have kids, you learn why God loves the way he does, why he loves us the way he does.
Yeah.
But when you get married, you learn how he loves us.
Yeah.
Because, again, my standard as the husband, I have to love my wife like Christ loved the church. I have to sacrifice myself for her. And then even as a believer, before you even get married, you have to do that with Christ. Like Lydia said, you pick up your cross daily.
Yeah, you do.
So,
and it's not light.
At
all. Not light.
At all. Even though we know Jesus said, give me give me what did he say? All of those are heavy burden or something like that.
Lay your
yoke onto me.
Oh yeah.
For my burden light. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But still, to sacrifice your
it's
fleshly,
still not gonna be easy.
It's not gonna be easy. But to see that that's basically what it is, and following Christ, I see that in marriage.
Yeah.
I also, and it could be a stretch or not, but I believe in the Trinity. I see, and it could be a stretch, or maybe I'm just not seeing it yet, but maybe the Trinity in marriage, you see that as well. Believer, and we got God in the center. 3, but it's one union, one covenant established.
That's not bad.
Then also we see that Jesus tells us that he wants us to be one with God like he is one.
That's true.
But me and her are one.
Different, but we're different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me and her are one. This is one union. She's supposed to be one with God like Jesus said. I'm supposed to be one with him. And I think he's just getting on one accord. Right. Can't be one with him like the Trinity is, like the Godhead is. But I can see that as well, where it's like, yo, we supposed to be on one accord, and obviously that's God. That's God's accord. But that's 3, one union. But it could be a stretch. But hey,
no, the Trinity is hard to digest.
Yeah, it is. But
it is a hard one.
But yeah, so that's what we think as far as the significance of marriage.
Yeah, it's beautiful.